supposed to compete with a doctor.
Wait a minute, he's a doctor?
Well, he's a pediatrician.
I mean, the guy puts his pants on one leg at a time.
Thanks. Now I'm picturing him with his pants off. Thanks very much.
Alex, so how long has Sandy been seeing him?
I don't know.
You're sure that she's seeing him?
I have my suspicions.
But you guys have these open relationships, so...
Yeah, but I didn't think she'd do anything about it.
So, date somebody. Date twins, you know? Make her jealous.
I can't date twins, really? I can't, man. I can't play games with her like that. I like her too much.
I'm a one-woman man. Oh, what is that, corny to you?
Oh, I got a headache. All right?
What, again?
I hate getting my morning briefing from AM radio. What do we know?
Just what you heard. Wasserman announced he's going public with his biggest round of government secrets yet.
At midnight tomorrow night?
How did we get stuck being the government's gatekeeper on this?
No one else is able to stop the leaks.
Yeah, like we can.
Forgive my computer illiteracy, but the man lives on the internet. Can't we track him?
Well, the same technology designed to protect you and I, it's protecting him.
What's the government's response?
Actually, they're debating it right now.
We're speaking with Foreign Affairs Minister Diane Feeney this morning, as well as her most vocal opponent on government transparency, MP Dennis Thorpe. Now, this news is still breaking, but what is your response to the pending release of classified documents?
Gregory Wasserman would be nothing more than a common criminal if it weren't for the scope of his crimes. We believe he's putting this entire nation in grave danger.
It's the government's unwillingness to soberly assess what really needs to be classified that's putting us at risk.
So you agree with Wasserman's planned mass release of these documents?
Of course not, but if our leaders operated with a responsible, measured transparency, then men like Wasserman would run out of steam. Their kind thrive on the intransigence of politicians like the minister.
When we come back, we'll ask the minister and Mr. Thorpe what they think we should do with a man like Wasserman if and when he is apprehended. We'll be right
Well, that's
back.
interesting. I just got an urgent email about the minister. Let's take a look.
Keeping critical intelligence out of enemy hands is more than a political imperative. It's something I feel passionate about.
Wow, that's Diane.
Shut the front door.
We're going to have to cut this short. There's an urgent matter that requires the minister's attention.
Excuse me? What is it? Is everything all right?
No, everything is definitely not all right.
Could you just move to the left a little bit?
Thanks.
That's a whole new meaning to full disclosure.
Where did you get this?
It's viral.
Sergeant, thank you for coming.
I imagine it's good to be out of Ottawa after this morning.
Moving targets harder to hit, isn't that what they say? You've no wounded one. This is my husband, Bruce, and my aide, Aline Spaulding.
Is there somewhere where we could speak in private?
I will be in the upstairs office. So.
This way.
And Alice, if you wouldn't mind holding down the fort.
Of course. Don't forget, you have 1 o'clock. Listen, IIB has no interest in your personal affairs, but if there was a criminal act perpetrated to force the government's hand, then that's a national security matter.
I understand.
I have to ask you, was that tape your personal property?
No. I saw it for the first time along with half the world.
And had it been doctored in any way?
Nope. That was me. In the flesh.
So you weren't even aware that that tape existed?
No. Look, there isn't a doubt in my mind that that tape was made and released to embarrass me and our government.
So you think it was politically motivated?
Oh, yeah. Somebody's sending a message about my stand on secrecy.
Well, right now we're looking at a possible connection between this and Wasserman's agenda.
Gotta admit, I went there myself. But do you really think Wasserman was responsible for creating this tape?
That would be one way to neutralize your biggest critic overnight. And if it wasn't him, then we've got another serious threat to contend with.
You wanna know the big irony? My office has logged over 500 calls. Number one message, you go, girl.
Listen, are you planning on returning to Ottawa?
I have a press conference. But Bruce and I have some things we need to work out.
I understand. I'm gonna need to reach the man on that tape with you. It's standard procedure in matters like this.
I wouldn't have the faintest idea how to find him. I don't even know his name.
Oh. I think this is political sabotage. Someone is out to destroy her.
The grenade lobbed to force her resignation.
It's going to be hard to bounce back in Parliament after this.
It's no secret that Dennis Thorpe lobbied hard for the job. We all saw how he went after Diane this morning. Obviously, there's no love lost there.
Okay, I'll give him a call. Deb, let's see if we can find out who her lover on that tape was. See how much he knows.
I'll coordinate with Metro, see what they've got.
Okay.
Do we really think that Wasserman's going to come out of his spider hole to make a sex tape? Come on, he thinks of himself as a serious journalist. Is he really going to waste whatever credibility he thinks he has by suddenly going tabloid?
Not sure I'm buying it.
She's been speaking out against him. Maybe he's retaliating.
Right. Well, if we don't stop Wasserman before midnight tomorrow, the next round of highly classified government documents will be leaked on the web.
Okay, well, if we can't get to him directly, maybe we can smoke out whoever's feeding him those secrets.
Almost 50 years ago, one of our most esteemed prime ministers said the state has no place in the bedrooms of the nation. And while I acknowledge the deep hurt my actions have caused my family, I ask that you respect our privacy.
Jeez, guy looks like he got hit by a 2x4, right?
Spouses always do. Liz Edwards, Jenny Spitzer, Hillary. I mean, I'm sorry, guilty pleasure. I feel bad for the husband and everything, but I'm happy to see the tables turned for once.
That is right. See, women can stray just the way men do.
Does anyone else think that this is wrong? I mean, who cares what a politician does in their private life?
Well, it's pretty ironic, you know. She's the one who's always saying government has to keep secrets.
This is not a state secret. This is her private life. I think this is wrong.
I gotta agree with the Tobinator on this one.
Oh, come on, Oz. The reason the government's all about their secrets, it's not to protect us, it's to protect themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense, too.
Wait, what are you, John Kerry?
What is it?
Hi, Sandy.
Is that the guy? Doctor?
Dr. Strongjaw.
Uh-huh. Smells like the ocean.
Okay, I am just saying that people who live in glass houses...
Should use their drapes.
Guys, I don't care how public your life is. No one deserves to have their privacy invaded like that.
It's kind of a weird card for you to play. Nobody heard that.
Man as an internet terrorist, but he argues he's simply doing the work of a journalist.
Is he held to the same standards as you? Who checks his facts? Who vets his sources? Who's playing fast and loose with people's lives?
I think a lot of people are wondering, have you apologized to your husband yet?
This is an understandable distraction for all of you. And I only have myself to blame. But maybe, when the dust settles, you'll try focusing on the real news.
Sorry, guys, that's all the questions for today. We'll be issuing a formal statement later.
Mr. Thorpe, Michelle McCluskey, IIB. I'm sorry I'm late.
I don't have much time. Have a seat.
I'll be quick.
So, what's the IIB want with me?
Well, first of all, I'm curious as to what you thought about the tape.
Diane's foreign affair? Sure, it's regrettable. But I have to say, she keeps herself in pretty good shape.
Any idea who leaked it?
Ah, you think someone hoped to gain political advantage?
Did she have any enemies other than yourself?
I'm hardly her enemy. We disagree politically, but that goes with the territory.
Well, you wanted her job. You lobbied hard for it.
So I released a tape of her making the beast with two backs so I could take it.
So if it wasn't you, do you have any idea who?
Any number of people had a reason to embarrass her. She's the face of the new government knows best vision of the future.
Which you so vigorously oppose.
Secrets fester in the dark, Sergeant. Secrets breed corruption. We simply believe in the antiseptic power of sunshine, that the truth will come out. I don't defend Wasserman, but a more recent approach to secrecy, it's a good thing. And if he's helping bring that about, good on him. Fact is, Diane Feeney's blind defense of governmental overreach is a lot more of a threat than Wasserman. Now, I have to go. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
I think Wasserman is losing support. Someone close to his camp just sent us his picture.
Wasserman operates because people sympathetic to his cause help him, but the fact is there's a hell of a lot more people against him than for him.
We've set up an anonymous tip line and also uploaded his picture to the web.
Like a million-man posse? Bit of a long shot, isn't it?
Wasserman's network relies on cloud computing. It's a way of keeping decentralized, but it also means more points of contact. I'm looking for digital footprinting. I'm also coordinating with Interpol's cyber division on their last best leads. Excuse me. Clark. You found him. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Wasserman.
No. But we do have an address on our Romeo.
Let's find out if he's connected to Wasserman.
Maybe he's been leaking more than just a sex tape.
Well, the guys have been through, but they haven't found anything.
You sure this is his place?
Yeah. Last known address for Tyler Rooker, Diane Feeney's co-star on that tape.
Well, it looks like he hasn't been here for a while.
And amongst these papers, I found a check stub here for a place called Moonlight Companions.
Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah, it's one of Toronto's premier escort services.
And you know this how?
I keep my ear to the ground.
Ah.
This check is for close to 10 grand. This guy was definitely playing for pay. Tyler Rooker was a hooker. We're at W minus 14 hours.
The irony is people care more about that sex tape than they do about Wasserman's deadline for release.
Yeah, you got that right.
How are we doing on finding him?
Well, I've narrowed the cloud he's on down to a couple hundred digital signatures. Interpol data's still coming in.
And the pic you put out?
We're at 510 sightings so far. 2 of them are possibilities. Yeah.
Liv, it's just a headache. Everybody gets them.
Of course, but then there's those flashes, the whiteouts, the possible tie into your telepathy.
It's not that bad.
I'm gonna order a CAT scan.
It's not that big a deal.
You trust me, right?
Yeah.
Besides, it's probably nothing.
Then why bother with a CAT scan?
Because, Toby, you're not like everyone else, and Lord knows what's going on in your head. And you said yourself you're using your gift more than ever.
I gotta go.
Let me guess, IIB? That might be part of the problem, you know, burning it at both ends.
Thanks, Mom.
I need you to tell me everything you can about the night that you were caught on tape.
It was about 2 months ago. I met him at the Robson Hotel. I'd just done 18 hours on the air. I needed a drink. I couldn't sleep. And this handsome young guy bought me a drink. I didn't know why he gravitated to me. The room was full of all these beautiful young women. He picked me out of all of them. He took me to his room. We made love. He left. I never saw him again. Not bad for a broad past 40.
What about paying him?
Excuse me?
We know that Tyler Rooker was an escort. You didn't know.
Oh. Oh, God. Am I the stupidest person in the world?
If it wasn't you who paid him.
No money changed hands between us. They either paid him before the fact or after.
Do you have any idea who?
I've made my share of enemies. I trust you can get him to admit who hired him.
We're still trying to locate him. Look, I promise you we will do everything we can to keep this as discreet as possible.
Well, that's some comfort. Thank you.
That was strange. A couple hours ago, I was defending that woman's right to privacy. I'm invading it.
So what'd you get?
Something I never expected from a politician.
Yeah, what's that?
The truth. She says what she's thinking. She really didn't know. I gotta go to the EMS. If you need me, just call me, all right?
Okay, thanks.
Where are you going?
Escort agency. I'm hoping our Casanova knows where Wasserman is, or maybe get us closer to the source of the leaks.
Escort agency, one of our lesser-known subspecialties. Which one are we gonna go to?
No, I'm good, Deb. Why don't you just stick with your 500 tips?
Got stuff to do anyway.
Michelle McCluskey, IIB. We spoke on the phone?
Yes.
I just have a couple questions for you about Tyler Rooker.
Yes, he worked here maybe 3-4 days a month.
Okay, is there anything you can tell me about him?
He's a good guy. Not going to cure cancer or anything, but he's a sweet kid.
You think it's possible he may have leaked that tape?
Oh, I seriously doubt it. I know a little of his family. From the prairies, his dad's a minister. He would not want them to know about this.
Well, maybe he needed the money.
Tyler? No. He was one of our top earners.
Do you have any idea where he is?
No.
Well, I really need to speak with him.
He hasn't been reachable. Not to me, not to anyone.
But if he calls, I will tell him you were asking.
Is there anyone else here who knows who is using his services?
I can't stop them from talking to each other, but Diane Feeney certainly is not our first public figure. What I sell here isn't sex, it's confidentiality.
Well, I'm gonna need to see a list of your clients.
And I'm gonna need to see a warrant.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, you're sure it's him, for sure. It's Wasserman. Hey, thank you. Looks like the posse actually came through. He had something of a backlash since his last announcement. 2 people just called in the same sighting. We have an address. Confirm. It's Wasserman. I got him. Mr. Wasserman, I'm gonna have to take you into custody.
Yeah, I'll be out for 24 hours, maybe less.
So you're jealous, really?
No, I'm not jealous. What did I just say? I'm totally fine with this. And he's touching her. It doesn't bother me, okay? You know what? He could pot her like a mountain lion. Doesn't bother me at all.
Are you ready?
Yeah, look, come here. Liv, you know what, honestly, I've been doing raids. I feel good. There's been no headaches, no flashes. Everything is going good.
Then you have nothing to worry about.
It scares me a little bit.
Come on.
Now that we have Wasserman, we have to figure out how to hold them. If we could somehow prove that he actively solicited that classified material, do you think he could still be behind Diane's sexposé?
Certainly can't rule him out.
And any luck finding her boy toy?
We have teams interviewing his coworkers, his friends.
Hey, Toby's minutes away.
Okay, good.
You know, I don't want to sound cynical, but Diane's husband, Bruce, he hasn't wavered in his support for her for one moment.
That's a man you just don't find anymore.
That's exactly my point.
Right. I'll get Deb to do a background check on the husband and his staff. I'm surprised you didn't request a lawyer, Mr. Wasserman.
Don't trust him.
Right, I guess living in the shadowy world of espionage, trust is the first casualty.
Oh, no, the first casualty is truth. Sergeant McCluskey, everybody knows that.
I think the saying applies to war.
Well, I am at war with the government. See, I'm in the business of exposing their lies, their hypocrisy.
There are secret sex tapes.
I didn't do that. But I applaud whoever did. See, the public has a right to know the conduct of the people they put in office.
See, I thought you were interested in exposing things that actually mattered, not people's personal affairs.
I had a thing. Is this Wasserman?
Yes, it is.
Right, but you have no problem exposing documents that could put people's lives at risk. Do you recognize this soldier?
Should I?
Well, he was killed 16 hours after you identified him as an operative. It's terrible. I met with the family.
You're missing the point.
Who provided you with those documents?
People of conscience.
Where did you get the documents?
Even if I knew, I'd never give up a source.
Right. You consider yourself a journalist.
No, journalists, for the most part, are the stooges of the multinationals. I am not in anybody's pocket.
You're not walking away with this.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
I met someone in a car and they passed him a memory stick of some kind.
Male, female?
I didn't see.
You didn't see or he didn't see?
I didn't get a good read.
But you did see a memory stick?
Yeah.
What's going on with you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure? You don't look very well.
I'm good. Look, I gotta go. Appreciate your concern, I do. Right?
We need a warrant to search Wasserman's place.
Based on what? A feverish telepath's read?
He saw a memory stick. We tell the judge that the evidence is in danger of being destroyed.
I guess Judge Galliano still owes you one?
We're running out of time.
Speaking of which, Diane Feeney just called an impromptu press conference. Dev, can you put it up?
Yeah.
At 12:45 this afternoon, members of IIB apprehended and detained Gregory Wasserman. As you no doubt are aware, Mr. Wasserman has been waging a one-man campaign to expose sensitive government documents, efforts that pose a serious security risk to all Canadians.
Why is she doing this to herself?
Maybe she figures catching a terrorist trumps a romp in the sack.
Mr. Wasserman's brazen contempt for diplomatic confidentiality underscores the fact that he's more interested in showboating than he is in the public's right to know.
She should be laying low.
What's your response to the Prime Minister having just called for your resignation?
Excuse me?
I'm just getting the release out of Ottawa.
There you have it. The rise and fall of Diane Feeney.
I don't back down from a fight. I can see that. If I step down, the PM will appoint Thorpe. I'm not about to let that happen. Foreign Affairs is not the department for on-the-job training.
Are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, most people would have taken the graceful exit.
There's nothing graceful about politics. It's clumsy, it's messy, and it's all we've got. I'm not fighting for my job. I'm fighting to save my country from men like Wasserman.
And what about the tape?
I was set up. I don't think it's personal. They just want me out of the way.
Is there any way that Rooker could have had access to your files?
No, I didn't have anything sensitive with me. You know, 10 years ago, Bruce asked me to give this all up. It's days like this where I wish I had. How am I ever going to make it up to him?
Mr. Thorpe, can we get a quote, please,
It's a slippery slope.
We give our elected officials the unbridled power of kings. They think they're royalty. All the entitlement, all the paternalism. Miss Feeney should do the honorable thing and resign. What Mr.
How can you
Feeney
listen
needs
to this
realize
claptrap?
is that the will of the people
Sorry.
must be respected.
Well, if the hardliners in the party side with Minister Feeney, they could draft a non-confidence motion.
So are you saying the current government could fall?
Exactly.
You gotta give her credit. Diane Feeney has got stones.
I never doubted it.
It's not every day someone says no to the Prime Minister.
Yeah, well, she's got the support of her party. She's not gonna step down.
What about everyone else?
Not so much.
Hey, Oz, you see Liv?
No, I haven't.
All right, you let her know I'm looking for her, okay?
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just gotta hear it from her.
Hey.
Hey,
How's it going?
good. How are you?
Good. Just working on this report here. I was thinking something. You know this whole thing where we're like seeing other people and all that, right? Like, I'm fine with that. Obviously, it's a good idea. Just keep it casual, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was thinking if either of us is gonna see somebody, maybe just as like a rule, we could tell each other. You know what I mean? Because that way, there's not so much confusion, and I mean that's a reasonable thing to ask, right?
Yeah, sure.
So are you seeing anybody? Or?
Wait, you spying on me?
No.
Good. I don't like spies.
Hey.
Hi. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Yeah. You get the results?
No, I have been so swamped. I haven't had a chance.
Okay. Well, when you do, just
I promise. I'll let you know.
okay.
Should we be surprised just because Wasserman exposes secrets doesn't mean he can't keep them?
We searched his entire place.
Nothing. No memory stick.
I have to talk to Toby.
You know, you wasted a chance to take a real run at Wasserman based on Logan's what? His intuition? His laying on of hands?
He might have it hidden somewhere. We could still find it.
Well, I can't hold him while you go on a fishing expedition.
So what are we supposed to do?
Well, unless we want to risk contaminating a future prosecution, we have to let him go. But if I was you, I wouldn't let him out of your sight.
Hey.
Hey.
You let Wasserman go?
We had to. We have no evidence. Are you absolutely sure of what you saw?
Yes.
But you couldn't tell who the whistleblower was?
No. All I saw was they gave Wasserman an envelope with a data device in it.
We have to find Rooker. That sex tape wasn't random. Whoever hired him could also be behind the leaks.
All right. Let me help you find Rooker.
I feel like we're pushing you too hard.
No, you're not pushing me.
Are you trying to prove something, Toby?
No. Do I have to?
No, I mean to yourself.
No.
Someone coming. Go home. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
If you need an application, we're always on the lookout.
No, I'm here for a companion.
Well, you've come to the right place. We've got a lot of great girls. What's your type?
I'm looking for a guy.
Okay.
For my wife.
Right. I have to ask, is she good with this?
She is good with this. She sent me her.
Oh, yeah?
She wants that guy, you know, the guy from the video. Online right now, the sex video that's going around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I couldn't get a hold of him, even if I wanted to. And you couldn't afford him anyway.
You don't know where he is?
No, I'm sorry.
Can I double his rate? How about that?
You must really love your wife.
We got to one of Wasserman's lieutenants with that cloud I was telling you about. We just intercepted a call between him and Wasserman. The call was too brief to be traced, but they've been following him for the last 45.
It's Diane's husband.
Ready for me?
They made the transfer. Let's go. Let's go.
Mrs. Feeney, you can't go in there.
He's my husband.
He's a person under suspicion.
He would never do this.
Did he have access to your files?
Yes, but
They were found in Bruce's possession. And he was caught in the act of passing them off to Wasserman. I'm sorry. Please.
We have the names, contact numbers, and safe houses of 3 CSIS agents in Cairo.
I don't know anything about it.
Well, here's another, an internal memo suggesting we continue to support the military
I
dictatorship.
told you I have never seen any of this before. Now, please, I would like to speak to my wife.
Well, she doesn't want to talk to you. You gave these files to Wasserman,
I gave a portfolio to a courier.
and you had no idea what was in that portfolio.
Architectural drawings. I would never do this to my wife. Never.
We caught him with the memory stick. What's he saying?
That he knows nothing.
Well, we downloaded some of that stuff. If it had seen the light of day.
Hey, Toby just called. He wants you to meet him at the I-Bar Hotel. He says it's important.
Okay.
What do you want me to do with him?
Hold on to him for as long as possible.
Toby?
Come in.
I was looking for Toby Logan.
You must be his wife, Michelle. I'm Tyler. Maybe I should be paying you.
So how much did you get for that tape?
I didn't get anything. I didn't even know about it, and I sure as hell didn't want that to get out.
Really? I would figure a guy in your position could capitalize on something like this.
You don't get it. This cost me just as much as it cost that woman. No one in my family will even speak to me.
Who paid you to sleep with Diane? Was it Wasserman?
I never heard of the guy.
Must be the same watch. Oh, gotta be the same person that was with Wasserman.
You sure? So what's our next move?
We have to let him go. He's coming back in the morning for formal questioning. We're holding Wasserman and we've shut him down.
Mr. Feeney, you're free to go.
I never did any of this.
I know that. But whoever did do this, find them.
Get me everything you dug up on her husband and his staff.
Excuse me. Hi. Mr. Feeney left his day planner here. I wonder if I could pick it up.
Oh, I guess with everything going on with his wife, he's a little scattered.
Brilliant architect, but perpetually disorganized. If I didn't keep track of his stuff, he'd never get anything done.
It's a nice watch.
Thanks.
I've seen one like that before.
Do you help him out with his business meetings as well?
Of course.
You know, he was just in the interrogation room. Maybe you should look there. Toby, do you want to show her the way in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, this way.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Found it.
Oh, good. Do you have a couple of minutes? I just have a few questions about your boss.
Yeah, I've got a couple minutes.
Good. So, how long have you worked for Bruce?
2 years.
And you have access to his computers?
It's part of the job, of course.
And he probably has access to his wife's, right?
Yes.
I'm guessing a smart woman like yourself would have no problem taking a peek from time to time.
Are you really trying to put this on me? It was Bruce. He was passing government secrets to Wasserman.
You know Wasserman?
Yeah. I know the name. Who doesn't?
What do you think about what he's trying to do?
I think the government should serve the people, not rule them.
Well, that is exactly what Dennis Thorpe thinks, almost word for word. You know, Diane, she hates him. What do you think about Diane?
I like her. Well enough.
Her politics?
I don't know. I leave the politics to the professionals.
But didn't you do post-grad work in international law? In fact, your faculty advisor was Dennis Thorpe, the man lobbying for Diane's job.
That was a long time ago. Stay calm. She doesn't know.
She set up the camera. She's the one.
You set up that camera. Diane needed to be gotten rid of, and when the sex tape didn't work, you pinned it on her husband. She would never survive that politically.
She shouldn't even be there, okay? She's the face of repression.
Did Dennis Thorpe say that too?
He's a great man. He's gonna be prime minister one day.
You were ready to spill your country's secrets over a schoolgirl crush.
It was not a crush. I believe in what I did for democracy.
I want to say thank you.
Well, getting Wasserman was pretty great for us, too. I have to say, this debate about government transparency isn't going to end with him.
You know the next Wasserman's out there just waiting to pounce. I just hope we can survive whoever that is.
You're still standing?
Maybe Bruce and I can now put our lives back together.
I'm sure you guys are going to be just fine.
So it's officially driving me crazy.
What is that?
You and the doctor there. I just gotta know, are you seeing him?
Yes.
You are? Is it serious?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, great. I mean, what's an EMS got over a pediatrician anyway? He probably gives you free lollipops all the time.
He's not a pediatrician. He's an OBGYN. I can't believe you thought I was dating him.
You're not?
No. I'm seeing him as a patient.
I don't understand.
I wanted to see if I could have a baby.
What? You trying to have a...
Baby, yes. Not that I have immediate plans. I just, I wanted to know is all.
So what's the verdict?
I'm actually, I'm pretty pumped. I have the uterus of a 25-year-old.
That's great. Good, me too. I'm pumped for you. That's, I don't have a uterus, obviously.
Yeah.
You know that, right? I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you should go.
Come in.
Hey, I thought you were at home.
No, I'm here. How you doing?
I'm okay.
You want anything? Can I grab you a beer or something?
No, thanks. I actually have to talk to you.
Here. Results from your MRI and CT scan.
Cool. What? Were you afraid to just tell me?
Well, your brain shows no obvious signs of anomalies.
That's great.
These headaches that you've been having are linked to intense electrical activity. Neurology's never seen anything like it. Not that they've ever had a patient like you, but
All right, so I'm unique, right? Is it serious?
actually these intense electrical storms are precursors to some pretty powerful strokes. You're pushing your brain to its stress limit.
All right, so I guess I have to switch to decaf.
This is no joke, Toby. Okay, every time you overexert your mind, you engage in repeated and prolonged use of your telepathy, it's dangerous.
All right, I will slow down. I got it.
No, I don't think you do. What I'm trying to tell you isn't that it might. I'm trying to say that it will kill you. It's all in here.